Good Monday morning, I am MPJ and you are watching FunFunFunction. So today I want to talk about the lack of accountability in open source software, what I mean by that and how that arises. This morning I didn't know what to make an episode about, so I just procrastinated and started looking at Twitter, and I found this tweet by Henry Smith, which is a person I know that he's amazing, and he had this insight about his own open source contributions. Doing open source work is so fucking weird when you start to realize what a web of dependencies is wrapped around the thing you maintain. Like, there's people doing serious grown-up stuff which is affected by my 30-second decisions I make in my underpants on a Sunday morning. Which is so true! And that's the kind of things that Henry tweets, and you should really follow him. But the hilarious thing is that Jonathan Blow at the same time almost tweets this. Jonathan Blow is the creator of Braid, if you don't know him. He's also an amazing guy, and he has all these kinds of amazing talks about software development. He also has nothing to prove, so he just says things like this one. Open source software authors have no respect for users and create giant externalities of wasted time and frustration. This kills me. I'm trying to use GraphViz and already it's a giant waste of my time trying to figure out what the syntax error is. And then he follows it up with a few tweets that says that we developers, it's hard to think about scale, right? If you waste an hour of developers' time that is using your software, if your software is used at scale, then that is just a tremendous amount of wasted time, maybe even a lifetime. Where's my pens? I can't help but drawing a parallel to LeftPad. Do you remember LeftPad? If you don't know the story, and you won't if you're not into the JavaScript community, a person on the internet, some person, wrote this tiny little module called LeftPad. It was a great little module. It did only one thing. It's a common programming problem that let's say that you have a number, like 12, and you want to produce a string from that number, and you always want the string to have the same length, so you want it padded with 0. So, let's say that the string should always be 4, and you have the number 12, it should be 0, 0, 1, 2. It's not rocket surgery to write this, but it's just nice to just import LeftPad and have the problem solved. It's just the kind of thing that should be in the language, but isn't, so somebody writes a module for it. And this was published on the Node package manager and the NPM, the big repository that almost all JavaScript developers uses, as LeftPad. So this was used by so many people in so many modules. It was great. And the story would have ended there if it wasn't for the fact that this person that did this module, he also made a bunch of other modules, including a command line module called Kick, K-I-K. And the problem is that K-I-K, that's a trademark owned by a messenger. And one day Kick decided that they wanted to create their own NPM modules for their product, Kick, like their messenger, and wanted to publish things on NPM under their name. So Kick, they went to this person and asked him, hey, we own the trademark Kick, and we want this name, and we need to fix this. And this person, like, his name is Acer, you will know it anyway. I think that he could possibly have had a case here, because Kick was a completely different thing from the messenger Kick, and I think that if he had taken the trademark fight, I think that you might have been able to do it. But his response was was very flippant. He just basically said to the lawyers to fuck off. He was like, oh my god, this is some lawyer asshole here, I will just tell them to fuck off, and I don't want to deal with this. So Kick did what you do if you are a company and you want to protect your trademark. They went to NPM. I think that NPM, like, they prioritize the users, so I think that from their standpoint, and that combined with the fact that Acer was being like extremely unreasonable and also not willing to take the trademark fight. He kind of, I think that he wanted NPM to take the trademark fight for him. But NPM probably felt like, well, like it is not unreasonable that a user would expect the kick package to be from the enormously well-known messenger kick. So yeah, we are going to give this this name to this company as a trademark claim. This pissed Acer off tremendously. So what he did was he wanted to punish NPM for this. So he pulled all his modules from NPM, including LeftPad, which basically broke all the things. And this spurred all kinds of opinions, from way to go Acer, good on you, standing up to the man, to people that thought that Acer was an asshole, that only thought about his own values and didn't think about all the people's, all the trouble that he caused for people breaking this build. People felt that they had trusted Acer and he had abused that trust. People thought that NPM was evil overlords and we should have an immutable package manager, probably some distributed thing. People thought that this is the law, Kick had the law on their side and we should respect the law, and the thing that you have a problem with is the law. And I had some opinions at the time, but today I want to think back on that situation from in the perspective that open source lacks accountability. And the line of thought that I want to explore is that it's not open sourcing something in itself that makes accountability just disappear. No, because not all open source projects lack accountability, but most of them do. And I think it's because open source is free. Alright, that's not quite right, actually. I think a more accurate thing is to say that open source is mostly not funded. Like Acer did not get compensated for writing LeftPad in any way. Nobody paid Acer any kind of salary or grant or whatever to write LeftPad. It was just something that he wanted for himself and for his colleagues or whatever, and he wrote it and published it because why not? If you made something good, why not communicate it and broadcast it to the world? Give it away. The argument against that is, of course, LeftPad, I guess. So when it came to removing LeftPad from the internet, there was really no consequence for Acer. He wrote a Medium post on why he did what he did, and he got a lot of support and a lot of hate. But in the end, I don't think it really changed his professional situation in any way. The people using LeftPad were not his customers, and they weren't paying anything for it, and there was no university that had paid him with the expectation that he would be. There was no don't bite the hand that feeds you situation. So why should Acer have dealt with all that shite? He had no reason, and he didn't have the funding to do it either. Like, paying lawyers, that's a lot of money. So he could just do what he wanted and what he thought was right. So the needs of the actual end users of LeftPad, they didn't really factor in heavily on how the situation panned out. And an interesting side effect of you knowing that something is created by someone without any kind of compensation and just provided to the world for free means that it's now unassailable, this thing. You cannot really say that something sucks when it is provided for free, when somebody has just given it away. You just come off as this person who is like, oh, this tool is given to this person for free, and they think that, oh my god, this free thing that I have been provided for no cost at all, it's not good enough, I would like something better. It's so hard to complain about a product that somebody has provided to you for free. I'm not sure what to do about this situation. Because it is a problem. I think that we need to be able to improve software and improve the tooling that we all use and improve our expectations of them. And yeah, I guess that you could say that, oh, let's just use commercial tools. I use a lot of commercial tools like cloud-based SaaS services and things that you pay for, and they are often very well polished. sometimes. Because they need to be, because if they're not, people will just stop using them and then their salaries will disappear. There is this nice codependence going on in commercial software. But commercial software is just... especially software as a service, you just create this an even more horrible dependency graph where you are dependent on a lot of little companies all over the place, and then you get acquired by Google and they shuttle the product, and like it just creates a worse situation. It would be very interesting if we could get something working like that is in the middle, so that we can get open source projects funded, so that real developers can spend real time on the projects with actual paid development time. At the same time, make the product widely available for free to everyone. And the question is, of course, then, like, if you make a product available for free, from where do you get the money to pay the person developing it? Like, people are experimenting with this. It's like there exists GitTip and there exists Patreon and I think there's GratiPay. But it hasn't really taken off in software development yet. But I think we need to fix it, and we need to figure it out somehow. But I am not sure how. What do you think? Please comment down below and give your thoughts on the topic. I would really love to see some discussion on this and hear what you think. You have just watched an episode of FunFunFunction. I release these every Monday morning, 0800 GMT time. Do not miss Do not miss the next one. If you are forgetful, there is this little notification thing that you can turn on in the YouTube app. Or you can follow me on Twitter at MPJme. If you don't want to wait till next Monday, you can check out this series on functional programming that I made, or this random video if that does not seem to appeal to you. And that is it for today. Until next Monday morning, stay curious.